It's no secret that the Atelier series has come a long way. It takes a second to put Atelier Marie next to the most recent mainline series entry, Atelier Ryza 3, and see the vast difference in what Atelier looks like these days, capable of stunning cinematics that show the series has well and truly entered modern JRPG territory. And yet, playing Atelier Marie Remake, The Alchemist of Salburg, it's clear to see that this is also in thanks to having good roots, with its signature gameplay loop of questing, gathering, battling, and synthesizing being just as addictive in this upgraded first entry, with it using restriction as a mechanic to make things interesting while also still looking acceptably cute in a modern way. It's with these things together that Atelier Marie Remake feels like a great blend of old and new Atelier, with its gameplay easily satisfying to fans of modern Atelier and upgrades like its unlimited mode to make it palatable for fans of all kinds. With this, its 10-hour campaign had me once again completely addicted to questing and synthesizing in another charming Atelier world, all while showing off the foundations of a lovable series in a pleasing modern way. Atelier Marie is based around Atelier's first protagonist, Marlone, a young girl enrolled at the Royal Academy of Magic, unable to pass due to having the worst grades the Academy has ever seen. Instead of just failing her and sending her on her way, Marie's professor Ingrid provides her with a unique alternative. The Academy will give her an atelier and some money, and if within 5 years she can create something worthy of praise, she'll be allowed to graduate. With plenty of time, this should be easy enough. However, with Marie's ability, it may be easier said than done. So with her atelier and this goal in sight, Atelier Marie begins on this premise, with adventures to meet, memories to make, and synthesis to do as she begins her 5-year exam and her journey of becoming an alchemist worthy of graduating. With this goal set, the mission of Atelier Marie Remake and its gameplay begins, letting you loose in Salburg to do whatever you want to help Marie pass her exam, whether it be battling, questing, or exploring the characters and areas that make up its world. This is all after choosing a game mode though, as time-limited ateliers aren't always appealing for those who had struggles in the Arlen or Dusk trilogy, or those coming from Ryza wanting to continue that relaxed pace. Thankfully, Gust has kept this in mind with Remake's 2 modes, normal mode that goes at the intended original pace and sticks to the 5-year limit, or unlimited that lets you go beyond 5 years if you need to, letting you go at your own pace and end the game whenever you please. Because the opening screen said some story events weren't available in unlimited, I went with normal mode and quite enjoyed it as someone who has enjoyed time limits in Atelier before. However, I actually didn't unlock any of those particular events in my first playthrough though, so I think you really can do whichever mode you prefer, even if you're a story fan, especially since with clear data and a short runtime, it won't be too difficult to start a new game and see what you might have missed. Even in my normal mode playthrough though, I was impressed with the amount of freedom I felt in this atelier. While you are given things to do by Professor Ingrid and quests from your friends, everything is ultimately optional and there are multiple good endings, so it really is up to you how you want to enjoy its fields and turn-based battles that have all been upgraded to look cute and modern in this remake. I found my own game flow to be completing Professor Ingrid's yearly quests at the beginning of each year, then mostly doing other quests at my own pace. Sometimes this would lead to me buying new tools to make Marie's synthesis more successful, and other times it would lead me to mountains and caves where bandits and dragons reside. Most importantly though, it felt like I was crafting my own adventure with Marie, especially since most things you do raise her knowledge and reputation, so it feels like you're being productive no matter what you do, and this feeling of freedom was reinforced when I got a good ending at the end that had me excited to play again and see which other one I could get. Additionally, everything is fairly simple to do and loads quickly that makes it very easy to get immersed in it. Synthesis and gathering almost remind me of Atelier Online with its simplicity, with the lack of things like quality or gathering tools to worry about that means it's very easy to do what you need to. On normal mode, and with my experience in other time-limited ateliers, I was at least aware of how much time everything took, as most things Marie does take up a day, but the ease of doing everything and its uncomplicated nature made everything feel satisfying, and is a good way for anyone who did like the time management parts of Arlen and Dusk games to quickly satisfy that itch, or even could be a good introduction to that side of Atelier for newer fans too. And this is all with the visual upgrade to this remake that takes what felt like a menu-based game in the original Atelier Marie Plus to one that is much prettier to look at, with the addition of things like areas being able to be explored, allowing you to choose which items you pick up, as opposed to the original, which is much more like the auto-gather function where you can't choose what you get, and this update likely makes things a teeny teensy bit easier too. Throw in other Atelier staples like charming characters, random friendship events, and the joy of learning and becoming a better alchemist with Mari, everything together makes this version of Atelier Marie feel like a joy to play, even if it's a little more simplistic than something like Ryza 3, and felt very cool for a fan like me who's been trying to learn as much as possible about the series, as I felt happy to be able to see more of the core things that makes this series what it is in Salburg in a modern but authentic way. The addition of unlimited mode means you can basically synthesize and play forever, especially as quests cycle as in-game days go by, and thanks to the way it displays story events, it makes it pretty tempting to complete everything it has to offer. This is very tempting to do with the likable cast, with there even being some characters I managed to completely miss in my first playthrough that I definitely want to find. With just how addictive it was to do everything quickly and easily, you can be sure I'll be back to it at some point, and with the fact that my first playthrough was just 10 hours, it feels like something I could very easily tackle on a rainy day for some fun. Additionally, once you finish Mari, it's even easier to see more of what you missed in the extras menu, which also had me aware that I only unlocked things like one of its 6 mini-games that looked interesting in trailers that has me feeling there are definitely more things hidden for me to find. I'm most interested in seeing all the story events, items, and gameplay that I didn't in my first playthrough, and perhaps even more of its multiple endings, so the unlimited part of Atelier Marie is certainly ready to let anyone dive into these things. I'm looking forward to doing it and love just how easy it is to play in this world that encourages me to want to, and I definitely encourage any type of Atelier fan to dive into Mari and take a look at this more simplistic version of Atelier that is easy to get addicted to and helps shows the roots of why this is such a fun series. Atelier Marie's remake is a great way for many people like myself to see the roots of the Atelier series for the first time. It presents this already fun first Atelier in a very digestible way, with its more modern looking feels that give you a lot of control and easy synthesis, making it simple for newer Atelier fans to play whatever part of Atelier they like. It's a good marriage between old and new Atelier in a lot of ways. It's a little less complicated than Ryza, but not as finicky as the grid synthesis of other entries that makes it easy to pick up, and with just one main goal being the thing you need to do over 5 years, it gives you a lot of freedom to enjoy the world as you please. Whether you end up questing or spending time with its characters, you can likely help Mari complete her goal, and even if you don't, it's only 10 hours long, so it's not that punishing to try again. I'm already very excited to spend more time getting to know as much as possible about this new and remade Atelier, and hope other Atelier games get this kind of treatment, as I loved getting to know Mari in this way, and I'm glad that this remake exists to give me this opportunity to get to know another part of this unique and fun JRPG series that I come to love even more with each game. Thank you for watching this video. Let me know in the comments below if you're going to try the Atelier Marie remake and if you've tried Atelier Marie before. You can like and share this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe to my channel for more JRPG content like this, and ring that bell to get notifications on whenever I post so you don't miss a thing. You can check out more videos here, and you can find me on social media on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, all at JRPG Jungle. Links to those will be in the description below. Thank you to Koei Tecmo for the code, and until next time, thank you, bye!